My brothers and sisters in Christ, today we celebrate the feast of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. A little boy greets his father as he returns from work with a question: Daddy, how much do you make an hour? The father is surprised and says, Look, son, not even your mother knows. Don't bother me now, I am tired. But daddy, just tell me please, how much do you make an hour? The boy insists. The father finally gives up and replies, $20. Okay, daddy. The boy continues. Could you loan me $10? The father yells at him. So that was the reason you asked me how much I earned, right? Now, go to sleep and don't bother me anymore. At night, the father thinks over what he said and starts feeling guilty. Maybe his son needed to buy something. Finally, he goes to his son's room. Are you asleep, son? Asked the father. No, daddy. Why? Replied the boy. Here's the money you asked for earlier, the father said. Thanks, daddy, replies the boy and receives the money. Then he reaches under his pillow and brings out some more money. Now I have enough. Now I have $20, says the boy to his father. Daddy, could you sell me 1 hour of your time? Today's gospel has a message for this man and for all of us. And the message is that we need to invest more of our time in our family life. Today we are celebrating the feast of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. We do this every year on the first Sunday after Christmas. Today's readings also focus on family values. The first reading from the book of Sirach stresses the honor and respect we owe to our parents and elders. The second reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians lists the virtues needed for family life. Virtues such as love, kindness, patience, readiness to forgive. In Luke's Gospel, Mary and Joseph brought the child Jesus to the temple and presented him to God, and they returned to Nazareth to make their home a family. How about those who are planning to have a family of their own and even ourselves? Are we totally committed to make our home a family? Modern families nowadays, in my own reflection and readings, are faced with so many problems and difficulties. First, the problem of materialism is one or a love of objects rather than a love of persons. Parents may justify their unreasonable absence from their family because they are busy acquiring money. They may easily compromise their valuable relationship because they want to prosper materially. Love then becomes absent. It is replaced by figures, by numbers. Who suffer most? It is the children, again because of lack of presence, guidance, and attention of parents. We may succeed in obtaining money, but we end up a broken marriage and problematic children. We see that today in our lives. There's so many broken families we come across. We have two lives, a private or family life and a public or professional one. These two lives should be in harmony, but very often they are in tension. Whereas Jesus resolves the tension by giving priority to his private life, we unfortunately often try to resolve it by giving priority to our professional life, leaving our family life to suffer. Rose Sands writes about the unhappy man who thought the only way he could prove his love for his family was to work hard. To prove his love for her, he swam the deepest river, crossed the widest desert, and climbed the highest mountain. She divorced him. He was never home. The celebration today of the Holy Family of Joseph, Mary, and Jesus reminds and challenges us to value and invest in our private life with our families before our professional life at the workplace, even when our job isn't important as saving the world. Lastly, it is in this family that we first learn what Christian life is all about. The family is the basic unit of society and the church. It is the family that we first learn to communicate, that we learn what is good and bad, that we learn what we love is because it is in the family that we first receive love. It is in the family that we first learn to forgive and to pray. It is in the family that we first learn about God and Jesus and our Blessed Mother. It is within the family that we learn to value ourselves and values everything else, picking up our values from what is said and unsaid by our parents. Our family forms us for many years to come. The future of humanity depends on the family because it is through a family that we all come. There are many attempts to destroy the family in our times, and if the family will be destroyed, our world will crumble because all humanity comes through the family. There are many attempts today to redefine the family, but they do not reflect God's plan for the family. At the end of the day, let us always remember what Father Patrick Peyton's word, the family that prays together, stayed together.